Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to tell you a story on the bonding between brothers and sister on the occasion of Raksha Bandhan. It's a beautiful fairy tale. Let's get into the beautiful story. Yes, there used to live a king in a beautiful kingdom with his beautiful queen. They had 10 sons. But while giving birth to the 11th child, that is a beautiful baby girl, the queen died. The king named the baby Elisa, and he used to look after all the children all alone. After a few years, he fell in love with another lady and he married her. She came to the kingdom, she came to the palace, but she could not withstand the presence of 10 sons. So she asked king, please send them away from the kingdom. King was not happy with that, but he could not say no to her as he loves her a lot, and that's why he could not say anything but told the sons to leave the kingdom. The queen herself took all of them and left them out of the kingdom, and with her magical words she changed them into white birds. And she told them to go away from the kingdom and settle in somewhere on trees. Make your home on the trees, she told, and sent them away. They flew and flew and flew for so many places, so many days and nights also. They crossed many rivers, many mountains, many fields, and finally they saw a beautiful seashore where on the beach beautiful plants and trees were there. So they thought, this is a beautiful place, let's make home here, and they settled over there. Slowly Elisa came to know about her brothers and she wanted to meet them. So one day she left the palace in the search of her brothers. She was going and going like her brothers. She also traveled day and night, and she crossed many rivers and many villages, all the fields. She also crossed like them, just like them. And one evening she slept under a tree as it was getting dark. So she thought of sleeping under a tree. All the fairies in that land came forward to help her. And why no animal should eat her? No, so they came to protect her. And she slept throughout the night peacefully, and in the morning she saw an old lady near her. And then the old lady asked, a small child, you are a small child, right? Where are your helpers? Like, do you have any brothers or friends along with you? Why are you traveling alone like this? You are a small child and you can't move around like this, no? Where are the elders with you? Girl, Elisa told, I don't have anyone with me right now. I'm in search of my brothers. Would you please tell me if you see any 10 horses, white horses with beautiful princes on them. Then the old lady said, I didn't see any princess like that, but I saw white birds, 10 white birds with golden legs and jewel of eyes. Okay? Then Elisa asked her, please tell me, where can I find them? Then the old lady told, go just like this, you will find them on the way. So Elisa was so eager to meet her brothers. So she ran and ran and ran. Finally, she came to the same place where her brothers were living. So they also saw her. They have that power of talking. So they communicated with her nicely that they are their brothers, and looking at them, she cried a lot. They consoled her. No worries, dear. You can also stay with us. We all will stay together here only. We won't go back to our kingdom anyway, they told. She made a beautiful house out of the sticks nearby, whatever she got, and make the beautiful flowers as the cottage's walls. And she started sleeping in that. She was not able to sleep, so her brothers told, don't worry, dear, you sleep. We are going to tell some funny stories to you. Listen to them and sleep well. Then slowly she got into her sleep. And in the sleep, she had a dream where the old lady, who had turned into a beautiful fairy lady, she saw her in her dream. And she asked Elisa, do you want to change your brothers into humans? Elisa told, yes, of course. Then the fairy asked again, but you have to go through a lot of pain and struggle. Elisa told, I'm ready for it. Anything for my brothers, she said. Then the fairy lady told, okay, I'm going to help you. You will find golden flowers outside your cottage in the morning. You collect all the beautiful golden flowers and wash them thoroughly and make coats for your brother, golden coats for your brothers. And they'll turn into humans. When they wear them, definitely they'll turn into humans, she said. But she continued, you have to follow 2 conditions. What are those? She asked. Elisa asked. Then the fairy told, one thing, you only have to, nobody should help you in making the coats. You only have to work on that. And second condition is, you have to keep quiet all these days till you finish making the coats. Are you strong enough to maintain this? She asked again. Elisa told, why not? Don't ask me again and again, lady. I am going to do whatever you suggested me to, bring back my brothers. So she woke up and she opened the door and she saw beautiful golden flowers outside the cottage door. Then she brought everything inside and she started stitching them, making coats out of that. Her brothers came in. They started talking to her, but she cannot talk to them. She was not supposed to talk, right? So she was doing and doing. But they asked, any bad fairy had spell on you or what? You are not able to talk or what? They wanted to know. They were eager. Then she drew on the floor that 10 coats she has drawn and showed them. Then they understood that till she was doing the job for their sake, until she finishes her job, she won't talk. They understood. So they started helping her out. Every day they used to bring food for her, like fruits, honey, bread, like that. They used to bring her. And 6 weeks passed by. 6 coats were ready already. And the next day, when she went out of the cottage, a furious dog came forward and started roaming around her. And few other dogs also joined that dog. And then slowly she heard a noise of horse. When she turned, she saw a beautiful king on a white, shiny horse. The king started asking her, "Why are you staying here alone, dear? Anything happened to you? Do you need any help?" But she could not talk. Looking at him, she just fell in love with him. And the king asked and asked, but she did not answer any question. Slowly, the king started coming every day to meet her. It was a one-way conversation, but he used to enjoy that. Slowly, he also started liking her. One day, he asked her, will you be my queen? Would you like to come with me to my kingdom?" Then she started crying. Then the king understood. Don't worry. Whatever you are doing, he saw her making the coats, right? So whatever you are making here, you can do the same in the palace as well. Nobody will question you, nobody will ask you anything. You need not tell anything to anyone. Do your work, that's all. But I want you to be my queen, he said. So she took everything along with her and went to the kingdom with the king. Her brothers were a little sad, but they were also happy because she was made the queen of that kingdom. The king was also so handsome man. They used to fly above the kingdom every day for some time to see their sister. But there was an irony here. The king had a younger, jealous brother who was not happy with king, and he wanted to become the king. He was already trying to kill the king. In the meanwhile, queen also came to the palace, and if they have children, they would become the king of the kingdom. He didn't like that idea at all, so he wanted to get rid of them. So one day when the king went to meet the neighborhood king along with his men, then the young prince, his younger brother, thought of taking a chance. In the meanwhile, the queen made 8 coats, and after a few days, 2-3 days, she finished the 9th one also. Only 1 coat she had to make, but she was out of the golden flowers. She searched in the kingdom here and there where she can get the golden flowers, but she couldn't find anywhere. Only one place she was able to see those flowers, but that was a dirty land where all the dead animals were thrown by the people. She thought, I could not come in the daytime to this place. If anybody see me, they will think differently about me. So I will come here in the night after everybody gets into sleep. She thought like that and went back to palace. That night she came to that dirty land, but the younger brother followed her. He was not happy to see her there, but at the same time he felt happy also. He got a cause to get rid of that queen. He followed her for 5 days. She found all the flowers. On the sixth day she thought of making the coat, completing the coat. But the 5th day night itself, he called all the kingdom great men and called them to the dirty land to see what the queen was doing. They gathered there and they were so curious to know why the younger brother called them there. He showed the queen collecting golden flowers from the dirty land, and he added some negative sentences into their minds by saying that this lady is going to kill my brother. She does black magic with all these flowers, and my brother is going to die soon. So you all only tell, what can I do with this lady? Everybody told, kill her, kill her. So younger brother was so happy to hear that. He wanted that only actually. So he was happy and he told everybody that tomorrow morning everybody gathered at the square area in front of the palace. We are going to burn her alive there. Join in the morning. See you all in the morning. By saying that, he took the queen along with him and threw her into her room and locked it outside. She was busy finishing her last coat. She didn't say anything. She cannot say anything, right? So like that she was on her work, and in the morning, before that actually, the king was back to the kingdom. He was just one night away from his kingdom. He thought along with his men, I should stop as it was getting dark, and he thought of taking rest near to the kingdom only, but he slept over there. He thought of sleeping over there. But he saw a white bird coming close to him with the beautiful white feathers and golden legs and eyes like jewels. He thought, this is the fairy bird with which my queen used to have a word or have friendship with. So he did not know what to do, but he just thought of following the bird. The bird might be trying to tell something to him. So he told his men that just to follow him, as he changed his mind to go back to the kingdom quickly as soon as possible, because he was suspecting something was going wrong in the kingdom. Okay, by morning the king reached the palace, but before that only all the men from the kingdom, and they gathered and they started all the fire, burning. They have to burn the queen, no? So they collected all the sticks and they started putting up the fire. All the 9 white birds were flying above that area, making a lot of noise. All the people were worried why these birds are coming here. They were looking something somewhat different also. These birds started picking up all the sticks from those fire area, but there were so many. These 9 birds could not pick up all the sticks. The younger brother brought the queen along with her 10 goats. So immediately when she came to the big square area, she saw the birds and gave the coats to them. And in the meanwhile, king also reached the big square area and wondered what was happening over there. And he asked, what is happening here? Why the queen was there? And he understood, looking at his younger brother's face. And he asked people, What do you want? Why were you all gathering here? Nobody said anything. Only one boy said, the queen is going to be burnt here. Do you all want that to happen? He asked everybody. They could not say anything. Again, the boy only said, no. All the people followed him, saying, no, loudly. The younger brother was trying to tell something, but in the meanwhile, she gave the coats to the white birds. So they have changed into beautiful princes. I'm not saying princess, it is plural of princes. So they were happy to see 10 brothers. All the people were surprised, and Elisa was so elated to see her brothers again. And they all hugged each other, and her brothers put the younger brother out of the kingdom, threw him out of the kingdom, and everybody followed them, throwing stones at the younger brother, and they killed him. Nobody saw him again in the kingdom. Everybody was so happy. And now the king understood that why Elisa was not able to speak and what was Elisa doing all these days. He understood her love for her brothers and the commitment of her brothers to save her, protect her. All of them were so happy. That's the end of the story. I hope you all liked the story. Thank you.